Good afternoon. A murder investigation has been launched into the death of a man assaulted in Oxford. Eamon Anderson was cycling on High Street when he was approached by 6 young men. One kicked the 56-year-old, causing him to fall off his bike. Mr. Anderson sustained a serious head injury and died later in hospital. 2 people who it's feared were inside a cottage in Oxfordshire when a fire broke out are still unaccounted for. The property is in the grounds of Blenheim Palace in Woodstock. Its occupants are believed to be an elderly couple. Well, it's still not known what started a fire at a property in Gosport in which 11 people, including 3 children, had to be rescued. The blaze broke out yesterday in a shared indoor storage area of the former White Swan on Fulton Road. No one was seriously injured. Athletes competing this weekend, mourning the loss of 2 teenagers hit by a car as they were jogging in Aldershot, are wearing black ribbons in their memory. Lucy Piggott, who was 17, and 16-year-old Stacey Burrows were returning to their training ground on Tuesday evening when the crash happened. A man who was arrested has been bailed until February. A man had to be freed from his car when it hit a tree in Oxfordshire, leaving the vehicle hanging over an embankment. The tree went through the car's roof and became embedded in the rear passenger side. Emergency crews stopped it from sliding further before releasing the driver. Andrew Ward from Crawley has been jailed for 4.5 years for sexual offences involving young girls. 2 were aged 11. Police say Ward groomed his victims and their parents in order to gain access to the girls. Now, after 15 years in service, the all-weather lifeboat in Poole launched today for the very last time. The RNLI decided to axe it in favour of a much smaller craft. The charity says a new vessel in Swanage, 8 miles away, will deal with major incidents. But for the volunteer crew who've devoted their lives to this craft, today was a very solemn occasion. More now from Sally Simmons.
The engines fired up for the last time. Coxswain Jonathan Clark at the helm for this vessel's farewell. After 15 years and 650 rescues, it's goodbye.
I'm quite sad, actually. I'm so bad the fact that it's not being replaced. You know, we're not going to be an all-weather lifeboat station in Poole here. And yeah, I do feel sad is that we're not going to be able to do what we've been doing for the last 17 years, not with just this boat, with all the lifeboats we've had previously.
His father, John Clark, was second coxswain for 15 years. For this Poole crew, it's a family affair.
My husband, 33 years, he has been officially on the crew, but his dad was second coxswain years before that, and I think, you know, our children will also continue. If you don't live it, you will never understand the sort of band of brothers that it is.
The Poole Borough Band played farewell. Poole's lifeboat chaplain Lucy Holt gave her blessing to a boat that's never failed in its duty.
Yeah, sometimes you're out there and you think, you know, oh, just get me home, I promise I'll never go to sea again. But yeah, no, the boat will withstand anything.
This new D-class is the replacement in the 2nd largest natural harbour in the world. The 47-foot all-weather lifeboat has left Poole Quay for the very last time. Sally Simmons, ITV News, Poole.
Well, on to football now, and due to internationals, only a few matches today, so straight to League One. Swindon hosted Charlton, the Wiltshire side winning 3-0 there, while Oxford United travelled to Shrewsbury, where the home side took the points, beating the U's 2-0. 2 home matches in League Two. Crawley were beaten by Cambridge 3-1. Goals galore for Portsmouth. They beat Mansfield 4-0. Well, time now to find out what the weather has in store for us. Here with the forecast is Philippa Drew.
From puddles to paddling, driving through Europe. Eurotunnel the Shuttle sponsors ITV Meridian weather.
Hello there. Well, despite a rather damp start to the weekend, things have been improving through this afternoon, and through the next 24 hours we're looking at largely dry conditions, some clear spells overnight, bright or sunny spells tomorrow, and winds easing down all the while too. So the rain that plagued us earlier has now moved away eastwards. That will continue to nudge its way away from the UK over the next 12 to 24 hours, and behind it a lot of dry weather to come for our part of the world. So for tonight, a dry picture, cloud coming and going, where we do see any clear spells showers. There's a chance of a little mist and fog in places, maybe even a touch of frost in some rural spots. But for most of us, temperatures generally no lower than around 5 or 6 degrees, and winds easing down all the while. So tomorrow morning, any mist and fog soon clearing away. A dry day to follow, some bright or sunny spells coming through. Great news if you are heading to any Remembrance Sunday parades. As I said, fairly light winds throughout tomorrow. Temperatures on the face of it, not too great, 10, 11 degrees, but with the light winds and some sunshine, feeling fairly decent. For the next few days, though, a return to something cloudier, some rain at times, and sunshine and showers to follow on Wednesday. Bye-bye.
Eurotunnel the Shuttle sponsors ITV Meridian weather.
So looking a lot better tomorrow. I won't have 2 soggy dogs tomorrow, that's something. And of course you can keep up to date with the weather and all of our stories on our website itv.com/Meridian. But that is it from the team here today. We will bring you more news tomorrow just after 6 o'clock, so do join Rachel Hepworth then. But for now, from all of us here, do enjoy your evening. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.